Hey, you're on.
I am not on. Am I on? Am I on? I guess I'm on. Hi, guys. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Rosie. I'm looking at you. Do you want
me?
Do you want the belt? Do you want the belt?
Meow.
Shut up.
Meow.
See how he behaves?
Meow.
He's being bad.
Meow.
All right. Oh. See, I see I'm happier today. Because I am. I wasn't earlier, but now I am. Because, once again, our Father in heaven is working miracles. Update at the end of the video. Alright, guys, let's begin today's Bible reading with Mark. I thought I was missing something. Where's my glasses? It's like I'm not putting all this jewelry on today and all these nails and stuff. My real nails here and my little stubs. Because all my fingernails are too weak and they always break. And yes, I've used nail hardener. It doesn't help. I've used it, and used it, and used it, and used it, and used it. Several coats and it still doesn't help. Quit copying me. Alright, we're good to go. Alright. Mark chapter 3 verse 31 through chapter 4 verse 25. I have to sing a little bit to make the cat shut up over there. Or the goat. Cat goat. Whatever it is, I don't know. Some kind of creature in here. Let's begin.
Woof.
Ah!
Woof.
Quiet. Then Jesus' mother and brothers arrived. Standing outside, they sent someone in to call him. A crowd was sitting around him and told him, "Your mother and brothers are outside looking for you." "Who are my mother and my brothers?" he asked. Then he looked at those seated in a circle around him and said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does God's will is my brother and sister and mother." Now, Jesus always spoke in parables. So they would always be not understanding. Always hearing, but not understanding. The parable of the sower. Again, Jesus began to teach by the lake. The crowd that gathered around him was so large that he got into a boat and sat in it out on the lake, while all the people were along the shore at the water's edge. He taught them many things by parables, and in his teaching said, "Listen. A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell among the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow, but when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants, so that they did not bear again. Still other seed fell on good soil. It came up, grew, and produced a crop, some multiplying 30, some 60, some 100 times." Then Jesus said, "Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear." When he was alone, the 12 and the others around him asked him about the parables. He told them, "The secret of the kingdom of God has been given to you, but to those on the outside, everything is said in parables, so that they may be ever seeing, but never perceiving, and ever hearing, but never understanding. Otherwise, they might turn and be forgiven." Then Jesus said to them, "Don't you understand the parable? How then will you understand any parable? The farmer sows the word. Some people are like seed along the path where the word is sown. As soon as they hear it, Satan comes and takes away the word that was sown in them. Others, like seeds sown on rocky places, hear the word and at once receive it with joy. But since they have no root, they last only a short time. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, they quickly fall away. Still, others, like seeds sown among thorns, hear the word, but the worries of life, the deceitfulness of wealth, and the desires of other things come in and choke the word, making it unfruitful. Others, like seeds sown on good soil, hear the word, accept it, and produce a crop, some 30, some 60, some 100 times what was sown." And we're ending Mark today with a lamp on a stand. He said to them, Jesus said to them, "Do you bring in a lamp to put it under a bowl or a bed? Instead, don't you put it on its stand? For whatever is hidden is meant to be disclosed, and whatever is concealed is meant to be brought out into the open. If anyone has ears to hear, let them hear." "Consider carefully what you hear," he continued. "With the measure you use, it will be measured to you, and even more. Whoever has will be given more. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them." Okay, guys, that's where we're going to stop with Mark today. Now we're going to continue on with our psalm, which is Psalm 37. And we're going to be reading verses 12 through verse 29. "The wicked plot against the righteous, and gnash their teeth at them. But the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he knows their day is coming. The wicked draw the sword and bend the bow, to bring down the poor and needy, to slay those whose ways are upright. But their swords will pierce their own hearts, and their bows will be broken. Better the little that the righteous have than the wealth of the many wicked. For the power of the wicked will be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. The blameless spend their days under the Lord's care, and their inheritance will endure forever. In times of disaster they will not wither. In days of famine they will enjoy plenty. But the wicked will perish. Though the Lord's enemies are like the flowers of the field, they will be consumed. They will go up in smoke. The wicked borrow and do not repay, but the righteous give generously. Those the Lord blesses will inherit the land, but those he cures will be destroyed. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. I was young, and now I am old, yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken, or their children begging bread. They are always generous and lend freely. Their children will be a blessing. Turn from evil and do good, then you will dwell in the land forever. For the Lord loves the just, and he will not forsake his faithful ones. Wrongdoers will be completely destroyed. The offspring of the wicked will perish. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever. And a part I would like to read again is, where'd it go? The wicked borrow and do not repay, but the righteous give generously. Those the Lord blesses will inherit the land, but those he curses will be destroyed. I said the first time, but those he cures will be destroyed. I'm sorry about that. I got that messed up. It's, but those he curses will be destroyed. Sorry again about that. Sometimes my words get all fumbled up. Alright guys, we're ending today's Bible reading with one proverb, which is Proverbs chapter 10, verse 5. He who gathers crops in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. And that was Proverbs chapter 10, verse 5. Alright guys, that was our Bible reading for today. Oh, I don't know. Who wants to hear some good news today? Shall it be you? You, and you? Well, I am just so happy and so proud because I know what our Father can do, right? I know what our Father can do. And my family, some of my family, you know, they don't believe me. They don't believe in God like I do. Or they don't have faith. They don't have strong faith. Or they just think that I'm crazy because I believe in God. Well, you know, my stepmom's been in the hospital and they was taking her ventilator out. And they said, you know, as soon as they took the ventilator out, she was going to pass away. Because that's how sick she was. Well, they took the ventilator out today. Remind you, I've been praying for the last 2 or 3 days for her to be healed and, you know, have a better life than she had before. And I have had many others praying, including you guys. So this is because of you guys as well, asking our Father. They took the tube out today and, you know, was waiting for her to pass away. As soon as they took the tube out, she starts talking to him and sets up and gets something to eat and starts eating it. Yes, you heard me right. She's talking normal and setting up eating food. And telling them her wishes of what she wants done in case something happens again, because they said she could still have a bunch of mini strokes like she's been having. And she may never walk again. And they don't know where the infection's coming from. And she might have to be on dialysis 3 times a week. But the doctors was just standing there stunned because the doctors don't know what's going on, because they can't figure out how she went from dying to setting up, talking, and eating like nothing happened. My sister's like, she just done, it was like a matter of minutes. I was talking to my sister on the phone, and she said, we're getting ready to take the tube out. And then it probably wasn't 5 or 10 minutes later, she said, please call me. And I called, and she's like, Miss, Mom is eating. She's setting up, talking to us, eating. And the doctors don't know, doctors can't believe it. They're just standing there, they can't believe it. And I started telling her about God. Of course. I knew who done it. The doctors might not know. The family might not know. But I know. Our Father did it. Our prayers asking our Father did it. Now, something could always happen, and she could always, you know, have a turn for the worse, just like Chris could have. But God is working his magic and showing them he can do miracles if, it's his will. So, still pray for her, please, because she's not out of the woods yet, but as you can see, she's made a miraculous, God has divine intervention, like my dear friend and sister Kelly said, divine intervention, and oh, it was so great. And Chris is still doing good, still in the hospital, still trying to get out, but he is contagious again. They did another swab on him and they found the adenovirus in his system again. So it's kind of a setback for him, and he's all depressed about it. Because now anybody that sees him has to be all suited up and stuff again. And he's not allowed many visitors again, which means Abby's probably not going to be able to see him. And, of course, he's not taking that too well. Nobody is. I don't know why it came back. I mean, don't know what's going on. I guess we just need to pray harder for him again then. Because I guess we've slowed up on the prayer since he's gotten better, But he's kind of sliding back down a little bit. So we need to start praying for Christopher Serback stronger, like we was when he was really sick, so he doesn't fall back in to being deeply sick like he was before. And my stepmom, Barb Post. Please keep praying very hard for her, that things keep going good and God keeps making a miracle out of her. And please pray for April and Linda Thacker, for Sherman Crabtree, and for my dear friend and sister in Christ, Sandy. And with that being said, please pray for my niece, Abigail. She is pretty sick tonight. She's got a migraine and a stomach ache, and she's just not feeling well at all. So please keep her in your prayers. She's really worried about, my stepmom, her grandma. But she doesn't know what I just told you guys, because she was sick and I wasn't able to talk to her. I don't know if she's awake and mom's told her now or not, but she didn't know yet, but she's sick. And anyways, please pray for her. And with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you so, so much for your prayers. Please keep praying. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading and some more good news, I hope. Bye guys. God bless.